Back here on the PAC Sports Network for our halftime show as we're at the break between Waynesburg and Teal, and we're now joined by current Waynesburg men's basketball senior PJ Suggs. PJ, first off, thanks so much for joining us today. I know we'll dive into your journey momentarily, but want to start with the here and now. How have things been this season for you and the Yellow Jackets?
Things have been shaky. We've been winning games and losing games, so we're just trying to stay consistent in what we're doing.
Well, I know that you guys had a little bit of a slow start, but have really picked things up as of late. What do you think has been the biggest turnaround from the start of the season to now?
Honestly, I feel like the biggest turnaround is we've learned to play together. I feel like at first we had a lot of new pieces that we had to work into our core, so we're all learning how to play together and how to work together as a team.
Well, speaking of new, I know that last year you were one of the new players on the team. You transferred in from Terra State Community College in Ohio. What led you to starting your career there?
I just really wanted to continue to get my education and continue my basketball career. So, yeah, that's really it. That's why I went to Terra State.
What was the transfer process like for you? And what was it like going through that whole process, finding a new school and having to go through that actual process of, putting your name in the portal?
Yeah, so at first I got connected to Coach Vicina through a fifth year that we had here last year, Ryan Feldberg. So me and him went to the same high school. So that connection brought us together, and I contacted Vicina, and we've been good ever since.
What was it about Waynesburg that really pulled you in? Obviously, I know the connection, but what was it about the program, the school, and everything that it has to offer?
Honestly, when I went and came on my visit and I had lunch with the team and saw how the team interacted together and how close everybody was, that really drew me to the school.
Well, I know that last year you quickly found yourself in the rotation, starting a good bit of the games as well. What was it like, well, really, what was something that you learned at Terrace State that you feel you applied to your, first few games at Waynesburg that it kind of helped you adjust to your time as a Yellow Jacket?
Honestly, Terrace State just taught me how to play hard every single time I'm on the court, and I try to bring that to the table within any team that I'm on.
Well, this year you're having a sensational season. You've had your points per game average go up by 10 points. What did you focus on in the offseason that you feel is really starting to pay off now?
Honestly, I just focused on getting stronger and just making the right reads and not trying to think too much. I feel like once I got hurt last year, towards the end of the season, I started overthinking things. I just cleared my mind and just went out there and just playing basketball, just having fun.
Well, then coming into this season, like you mentioned, having all those new pieces kind of getting acclimated and whatnot, what was that like getting everybody gelled together and really, especially during preseason through the first few weeks of school?
Yeah, during preseason, we all tried to make sure, like the returners tried to make sure that everybody, all the new guys felt welcomed and that we were all on the same page, like to make sure there's no egos. And I feel like we're really starting to get that now.
What kind of advice did you give to some of the new guys with you being in that same position a year ago?
Uh, to just not overthink, to just be comfortable, and if they ever needed anything, they could come to me or any of the other returners.
Well, PJ, definitely has been a really strong season for you so far and for your Yellow Jackets as well. Before we get you out of here, I want to know from you what you think is going to be maybe the main piece to the puzzle that can get you guys to a deep tournament run and eventually to a championship.
I feel like one of the main pieces for us is just to continue to do what we practice and learn. I feel like if we trust what we practice and what we work on every day, then we'll be successful. I don't think any team will be able to beat us.
Well, PJ, once again, thanks so much for stopping by and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
That's Waynesburg men's basketball player PJ Suggs. Don't go anywhere as we'll have more action in the second half coming up next on the PAC Sports Network.